Okay, so seeing as nobody's fucking helping me these days, I'm gonna have to do it all myself. So unfortunately, I've managed to find myself this. Yes. And I'm just reading it, just the first part of it, and then cross-referencing it with the information, the paperwork that was completed when I was brought into the hospital. There are flaws from the fucking outset. It's just an absolute shit show. So the first thing that it says on here is the nurse special request form. Specifically ticked on the box in that red form that I sent you was unable to cohort. Cohort means be in a group, which is ironic because they put me in a mixed ward for 5 days. So if I'm not supposed to be in a group, I'm not supposed to be in a group. Now they've moved me to a mixed mental health ward. So that completely contradicts what's in that paperwork. Then move on. They've ticked AIN and assistant in nursing. They've also ticked clinical nurse, which is Jade Blair, and an IEMR agency nurse. All of those are ambiguous. So then if we move into the mental health order, nothing has been selected in that field whatsoever. Then they've gone on to tick R&R as a subsection, which means request and recommend. I don't believe the protocol was followed, however, in that regard. Very interestingly, one of the notes talks about a listed contact person. Do you want to know who the listed contact person on my admission form is? Kayla. Someone who is financially benefiting from me being in here. I mean, what the fuck? It says on here that she has agreed to be contacted to assist in my treatment and care. Yes, Kayla. Wow. I didn't agree to that. And she's financially benefiting, and she's clearly had a role to play me being in here. Wow. Okay, so then I looked at also section 8 of that admission form, and that talks about the decision to extend. That was supposed to happen within 12 hours. It didn't. It was well beyond that. Section 9 goes on to talk about the examination of the person. There has been no examination recorded or confirmed on that form. And that form, the picture of which was taken, I think, the day after or 2 days after I was admitted. So complete clusterfuck there. So far, huge conflicts. I'm supposed to be deemed to have the capacity to make my own decisions. However, I've not been given that choice. I've been injected against my will. I've had blood taken against my will. They've given me a head scan against my will. I've had numerous tests done on me against my will. I've repeatedly said from the second I got in there, I do not consent, I do not consent. And none of that was taken into consideration whatsoever. So it does say here quite clearly, I'll show you the section here that I've circled. It says, if you are able to make decisions about your own healthcare, you have the right to consent or not to consent to treatment or care. These guys are just picking and fucking choosing what they want to do. Anyway, I better crack on through this document. I found a couple of others. This one. This one. And this one, which is what I initially got from the DV agency. So, very interesting. Looks like I've got some homework to do.